we could talk about the dangers of marijuana instead, which is part and parcel of the problem. The red diaper doper baby, the RDDB as I define them, is the reason that we have Obama as president and that we have such a pastiche of insanity raging through the American political landscape. Red diaper doper babies are ruling this country. What they don't know is that marijuana, although it may be so-called natural, marijuana is far more dangerous than tobacco smoke. Do you know that marijuana, mainstream marijuana, has ammonia levels that are up to 20-fold greater than that found in tobacco? Hydrogen cyanide, nitrogen oxide, and some aromatic amines, which are all carcinogenic, were found in marijuana smoke at concentrations 3 to 5 times those found in tobacco smoke. But you can't tell that to potheads. Potheads are brainwashed. They don't know that they have mercury, for example, in much of the marijuana that is grown today is grown on volcanic soil. I talked about this for years. And you know the story of the Mad Hatter. I told you about the Mad Hatter. The Mad Hatter was a fable. But what does the Mad Hatter actually mean? In the old days, hats had hat bands that were stiff, and they were meant to make the hat stiff, right? And how did they make the hat band stiff? They dipped the hat band, the fabric, into a liquid mercury, because mercury, when it hardens, is hard, like a metal. It's a heavy metal. And then they put the hat band around the hat. Unfortunately, the people who were hatters, Hatters, as opposed to the haters we've been playing, the hatters very often became insane from having exposed themselves to mercury, methyl mercury, because they dipped their hands in the solution. They didn't use gloves. They didn't know any different then. And the mercury migrated through their skin into their serum, and they wound up with methyl mercury poisoning, one of the symptoms being acting like the mayor of San Francisco, or let's say the former governor of California, or any one of the current federal officials who are appointed by Obama. They would be classic examples of they would be showing classic symptoms of methyl mercury poisoning, that they hate a nation that has given them so much. But there are other examples of the Mad Hatter out there. But anyway, the long and short of it is many people who smoke marijuana don't realize that they're uptaking an awful lot of mercury in the marijuana smoke. That's what I was trying to say to you. So they're mad. They're crazy, half crazy from the THC and half crazy from the mercury that they've been getting from the marijuana grown in volcanic soil, because volcanic soil happens to be very rich in mercury. And so when the plant grows in that soil, it takes up the metals in the soil, and it winds up in the marijuana schmuck. And when you smoke it, putz, it winds up in your brain, which is why you can't get a job and you're still living at home and you still hate America, you moron. Throw away the marijuana cigarette. You might have a chance at life, you schmuck, or you're liable to wind up another loser at 50 walking the street hating the world, is what I like to say to you. Unfortunately, I don't know you, but I know you just heard me. Mr. Mercury, cadmium, lead, chromium, nickel, arsenic, selenium, pyridine, quinoline, isoprene, acrylonitrile, benzene, toluene, styrene, formaldehyde, acetaldehyde, acetone, acrolein, propionaldehyde, crotonaldehyde, methyl ketone, butyraldehyde, hydroquinone, resorcinol, catechol, phenol, cresol, naphthalene, all aboard, fluorine, pantethine, anthracene, fluorantethine, pyrene, benzoanthracene, chrysene, benzoafluoranthene, benzoclayfuranthene, benzoepyrene, benzoapyrene, pyrroline. My friends, all in that natural marijuana smoke that you think is natural, boys and girls, because your teachers told you it was better and safer than alcohol and better and safer than big tobacco. But in fact, my friends, that's why you're a loser. My friends, that's why you can't get a job. My friends, that's why you're lazy, and that's why you're unmotivated. That's why you hate your mother. That's why you hate your father, and that's why you hate your country. It's all because of the Mad Hatter within.